Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.
Hello everyone. Today we have with us Mr. Venkatesh Sangam, a seasoned professional with over 26 years of experience working with some of the renowned organizations including Hotel Taj, ATOS, MIS, and presently working as regional head facilities at Infosys. His journey in itself is very inspiring. He started as a chef and curved his path up the ladder into operations, administration, and facilities. We welcome you, sir, to this interview and hope our viewers get to learn from your experience and journey.
Yes, a typical day, yes, definitely office is very much a part of our day-to-day lives. Of course, my day starts with some exercises. It's very important that you make yourself fit and take care of your health. That is the first and foremost. Before you start any activities for the day, it's very, very important that you take care of your health. Post that, yes, once an office is, and once you are in office, then the entire office environment takes over. In a typical facilities administration department, a typical day for me would be about starting my day with the entire facilities round. So being managing a very large campus premises at Infosys, we have a very large facility. So taking facilities rounds is very much a part of my day-to-day activity.
Okay.
Followed by you start meeting your teams and team members. Okay, look at any of their immediate requirements. It's basically to connect with them on a daily basis and talk to them. Then you have a lot of interactions that happen with internal, external stakeholders. There are meetings with senior management from the delivery and the software development side for various facilities administration related requests, etc. So there are quite a few meetings in that aspect. There are a lot of supplier and vendor interactions that happen over the day.
Okay.
Yes, because it's important, because facilities administration, the importance of vendors and suppliers cannot be put on, because they are very much part and parcel of your entire work existence.
Yes.
Because that's how the dependencies come about. So a lot of interactions does happen with them over a period of a day. There are multiple meetings, and then of course you do plan ahead what next. So a lot of planning that happens in any typical day. Okay, what next? What's happening in the future? What needs to be done, etc. So this is how a typical day looks like for me. Yes, managing teams. Yes, it's one of the most and important and critical part of my role, because facilities is not a individual contributor job. It's a team contributor. It's an activity that has to be done with not only you, but then it also, there's a lot of team support that is required to get everything done.
Right.
So very important. First thing is that very important to be firmly grounded as to because when this job is a never-ending activity, and it's important that you interact with the team on a daily basis. It's very important that you talk to them and you understand their needs and requirements. It's a, you have to also make them feel that yes, they are doing a good job. Okay, so yes, there are setbacks, there are failures, but then at the end of the day, it is very important that we carry ourselves and the team along, in this entire job responsibility. One of the first and foremost important thing is that it's important that you empower your teams, your team members.
Okay.
Because every team member is assigned an area of activity. Okay, every team member is assigned a responsibility, and it's important that you empower them. It's not advised to micromanage every aspect of because otherwise it becomes extremely restrictive, and it does not lead to a very open and transparent work culture. So empowerment is one of the most important things as per me in terms of leading and managing the teams. It's important that we support the team members always in terms of whatever output that they do. Okay, it's also important that you stand by them. Okay, whenever things go wrong, because facilities administration is always it's a very large activity. So there are scopes where things may not, the results may not be as per the expectations. But then, as far as possible, we deliver to the customer delight and expectations. At the same time, you also reward and recognize your team members for all the good work that gets done, because it's a hard job, and it's important that the team members feel motivated at all times. So another important thing that I would like to state is having regular team connects with the entire team. So this really helps to understand areas of where support is required. It also helps to bring together the entire team and resolve any cross-functional conflicts. Okay, so there are various departments in the facilities administration. Be it a transport department, be it the food and beverage department, be it the electrical department. Okay, so there might be quite a bit of requirement. There might be quite a bit of conflicts, that might be arising on a professional level in terms of the day-to-day work. So that's where you come into the picture to ensure that you bring about a very quick resolution to any such conflicts. Conflict management is one of the most important things to do as far as when you manage teams. Yes, of course there are quite a few, but okay, I'll as per me, I would list out the top 5. The first thing is that you should be a people person. You should be able to manage people, manage teams. So it's because this is a teamwork, this is a team activity. It's not about a single person running this department. You should be a people's person. Number 1. Number 2, you should be customer focused.
Okay.
Because facilities administration is a support function. So the main job is to be customer focused, because finally you are serving the internal or external customer, whatever the case might be. The third is you should be able to communicate well. Communication is key, be it oral or written communication, because it's important that communication is flawless. Reason being is that there is any lack of communication skills really puts a obstacle in your overall day-to-day work. So it's important that you communicate with, be it oral or written. So you should have some good communication skills. Fourth one is you should have an eye for detail. Facilities management is all about when you take your facilities rounds, it's important that you have an eye for detail, because there are multiple things that can go wrong in any large facilities. Okay, so it's very important that you understand and you have an eye for detail as to what is not right, and you can take the next steps to ensure that you set it right. So having an eye for detail is very, very important. The last thing, the fifth one, of course there are quite a few, but then I'll stop at the fifth one, is you must have some kind of domain expertise in the area of facilities management. So when I say domain expertise, facilities broadly consist of your hard services, like your MEP, your civil maintenance, your electrical maintenance, and your soft services consisting of cleaning services, housekeeping, food and beverage management, your client visit management, your cafeteria food court management, etc. So you should have a domain expertise in one of these areas. It's pretty important that you know one of these skills. Of course, a person cannot be an expert in both and hearts also at the same time.
Correct.
But then it's important that you have a domain expertise in one of these. So it will help you, to, to control that area and also learn about the areas where you do not have expertise. Compliances is one of the most critical areas where any organization has to rely on, because it's very important that any organization of repute will attach a lot of importance to compliances. Nobody wants to be on the wrong side of the law.
Yeah.
So it's very important to be fully compliant with all the rules, regulations at all point of times. Yeah. So from that perspective, how do I ensure that we are always compliant? So one is that yes, we have a subject matter expert who's a part of the team. Okay. Secondly, there are various external forums, okay, that you can be a part of, who meet up regularly to discuss the various challenges around compliances, the various new compliances that are upcoming or that are being notified. You'll have to read up a lot of subject matter on this. It's very important that you read up quite a bit of say a website or newspapers. Keep an eye for anything that is upcoming in terms of notifications, etc.
Yeah.
So this is how you update yourself with all the compliance related. Yeah, more than happy. So careers in facilities is quite rewarding. It is it has really come up over the past decade or so, because there has been, especially in the metro cities across India, there has been a boom in facilities management expert requirement. For newcomers, my advice is that you, again, the same point which I had mentioned earlier, that you should develop an expertise in one of the domains. Okay, be it your soft service skills, be it your hard service skills.
Okay.
Do improve or do improve upon your communication skills. So, so these are the one of the important activities that any newcomer should pay a lot of attention to. And at the end of it, you must show the right attitude and aptitude to work, because facilities management is not a typical desk job. It's not a 9 to 6 desk job. It's a ground job. It's a ground level job. You are always on the move. So a newcomer must be prepared to grind it out in facilities. There are no shortcuts in life.
Okay.
There are no shortcuts in life, and there are no free lunches. There are no free lunches. So I am always a firm believer, and I always believe that that you can't take a shortcut to success. Success doesn't come just like that. There is no shortcuts, and wherever you go, there is no free lunches offered. There is something attached to it.
Always.
So let's be very clear that nothing comes for free.
Okay.
I live by that quotation.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I think most of the questions which we had are completely answered, and not most, all of them. So thank you so much for sharing your experience, your journey with us, and I'm sure that our viewers will also enjoy and learn a lot about what is facilities management from this talk. So thank you so much for being here, sir.
Thank you so much, Tanmay. It was a pleasure interacting with you, and hopefully my interactions does help a lot of others who are planning or aspiring to have a career in facility management services. And I wish them all the best. I wish you all the best.
Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss a video from us.